place, a smile on every face. Children at play, time with family today. Someone fill my plate, homemade bread, I can't wait. I can't get enough, I will always stay in touch with my Bahamaland, yeah.
Rare Voice introduces Bahamaland, an unlimited nationwide calling plan for only $5 a month. So call home today and connect again with Bahamaland. Home never felt so close.
My Bahamaland, yeah.
Who is being eyed to become the next leader of the country? You may be surprised at who are some of the public's top contenders. A third suspect arraigned in connection to the mass shooting near the Fox Hill Park, police following significant leads in a murder along East Street South, getting to the bottom of a fire that's been blazing in Fox Hill, and the finalized Junkanoo results are in. We have those stories and more coming up tonight. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Christina McNeil, and your MB12 starts right now. For joining us. New numbers are in from public opinion and market research firm Public Domain, and they might surprise you. Leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Granville McCartney, has very high favorability when compared to other opposition politicians like Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis, F&M Senator John Boswick, and even former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham. And it seems F&M Deputy Loretta Butler Turner isn't far behind McCartney. Vonique, too, takes a look at what this could mean for the F&M and DNA going into the next general election. Here's her report.
Prime Minister Perry Christie might not think DNA leader Granville McCartney is worthy to lead, but it appears many Bahamians do not share his view. According to new numbers released by public opinion and market research firm Public Domain, McCartney is leading the pack as it relates to favorability among certain politicians in opposition. Here's the breakdown. In the new Public Domain survey released this past weekend, 31% of respondents viewed Granville McCartney as very favorable. Meantime, 27% viewed Free National Movement Deputy Leader Loretta Butler Turner as very favorable. Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham also received 27%. F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis received 17%, while F&M Senator John Boswick received 12%. McCartney says those numbers are proof Bahamians are really ready for change.
The country is in a bad state. It's been in a bad state for some time. And I think the polls are reflective of people wanting a positive change for this country.
You think you're that positive change?
Well, I think what the DNA brings would be the positive change, not Bran McCartney by himself.
The DNA did not win a seat in the 2012 general election, but managed to capture over 13,000 votes less than a year after the party's launch. Public Domain President Mwale Ramming says McCartney always polled high, but hasn't been able to turn that into votes. While McCartney says he's willing to learn from his mistakes.
As I would like to know, so that if there's some mistake I made, I don't make it again. We have a membership of over 25,000. 25,243 as of today, paying members. As of today. That alone, we've done better than 2 years ago. We're moving forward.
When it came to total favorability, McCartney got 65%, Butler Turner got 60%, Ingraham got 54%, Minnis received 52%, Brent Simonet received 48%, and Boswick received 35%. As regards to who was viewed as very unfavorable, Ingraham got 16%, Simonet got 13%, Minnis got 11%, Butler-Turner got 9%, and McCartney and Bostwick each got 7%. Dr. Minnis could not be reached for comment, while his deputy chose not to comment. So we asked Bostwick whether his party leader should be concerned.
Concerned is a word that one might use. I think he should be informed. And at this stage in the game, he can take that information and use it to his advantage. Polls are a relatively new science in politics here. I think he should be reaching out to those pollsters and getting the detail, the fine detail, so that he can tweak whatever he needs to tweak in order to appeal to those categories where he might not have been so popular.
Bostwick feels McCartney did so well because he capitalized on every opportunity to promote himself, even when he was a member of the Ingram cabinet. He says it's something the FNM didn't do enough while in power or now in opposition. As for his own favorability numbers, the FNM senator says he was honored just to be included. He says though he aspires to be leader one day, the FNM currently has a leader.
I do not think that it would be in any way productive to the development and enhancement of the unity that the FNM is going to need to do what we have to do in the next election, to be discussing leadership ambitions and such things. We have a leader at present. And it is for all of those, even those with such ambition, to support the team right now and to make sure the team looks the best coming forward. There might be a time and a place for that discussion, but I think that time is not right now.
Now that we know how the public feels about politicians in opposition, Bostwick says it'll be nice to know what they think about members of the governing party. Reporting from the NB12 newsroom, I'm Voinik Tood.
Well, a third man today charged in connection with a drive-by shooting that left 4 people dead and 7 others injured near Fox Hill Park late last year. 22-year-old Justin Williams is charged with the December 27, 2013 murders of Shaquille Demerit, Claudino Davis, Shanique Sands, and Eric Morrison, and the attempted murders of Samuel Ferguson, Leroy Taylor, Janet Davis, Chino Davis, Jermaine Pratt, John Davis, and Benjamin Demerit.
Williams appeared unfazed as he walked into the court, but his demeanor changed soon after the charges were read by Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt. Williams broke down in tears, causing Ferguson Pratt to hand a tissue down to him.
I don't do no crime, man. I don't do crime, big brother.
Williams, who was not represented by an attorney, told the court he was punched in the kidney by a group of officers who beat him at his home when he was arrested last Tuesday and later at the Central Detective Unit. He identified one of the men to the court as Sergeant 1908 Roll and said he would be able to identify the other 5 officers if he saw them. Williams also claimed he was drop-kicked in the stomach and beat about his face. He claimed his kidney was ruptured and he still had several cuts inside his mouth. Williams added that he was prescribed medication after being seen by a doctor at Princess Margaret Hospital last Friday, but some officers were not allowing him to take his medication. The magistrate listened as Williams claimed one of the victims he is accused of killing is his cousin, and he was being locked up for something he did not do. Ferguson Pratt made note of Williams' claims and wished him a speedy recovery. He will return to court on March 18th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment, which will be fast-tracked to the Supreme Court. He is the third man arraigned in connection with the Fox Hill murders. 29-year-old Peter Roll was charged on January 5th, and 25-year-old Jermaine Curry was charged on January 7th. Police questioned more than 60 people in the wake of the shooting, seeking to establish who was behind it.
Police following significant leads in a shooting on East Street South last evening that left 1 man dead. Police say it was sometime after 4 p.m. Sunday that a man was shot outside Phoenix Cafe near Resurrection Drive and Porgy Way. The man was reportedly standing outside the restaurant when the occupants of a vehicle pulled up and opened fire. Assistant Commissioner of Police Anthony Ferguson says police intend to bring the matter to a swift conclusion.
The information that we have, which I would like the public to know, is that 2 men in a small vehicle pulled up at this location. One came out and shot the victim several times. I can tell you that we are following significant lead in this incident. However, we are still appealing to members of the public who might have information concerning this latest homicide to contact the police.
Police estimate the victim is about 25 years old. His identity has not yet been released by police, but we understand he is Dior Johnson. At the scene of the crime, family and friends struggled to cope with the loss.
Somebody tried to hit him, somebody come here. Simon was my Simon come up. Make sure.
Police would not reveal whether the victim was known to police. Again, anyone with information is asked to contact police at 919 or the nearest police station. Well, over the past 2 weeks, plumes of smoke have lined the horizon in eastern New Providence due to a blaze at a makeshift dump site just off Grays Terrace in Fox Hill. Tonight, new details are emerging about how that fire may have started, as officials say all indications point to children playing in a field. Jasmine Bonmi has more in this report.
Officials say because of the thick smoke caused by the blaze here at this makeshift dump site on Grays Terrace, some residents in the area have had to move out of their homes over the past 2 weeks. Today, cleanup crews were at the site as tractors cleared away remaining debris. Officials said after 2 weeks of burning, the blaze reared up last night. This footage was provided by the Royal Bahamas Police Force Fire Services branch, shows plumes of thick smoke rising from the burning debris. Today, much of the flames had been put out. Minister of the Environment Kenred Dorset was at the scene today and said police are now handling the investigations at the illegal dump site.
The reality here is that we have a site which apparently has historically been used both as a quarry pit for the excavation of fill for the roadworks in New Providence. But clearly there has also been use of the site for illegal dumping. The fire may have been caused by children who moved through this area, and neighbors indicate that they saw them setting fires.
Dorset added that the subsurface fire at the Grays Terrace site was similar to those often experienced at the Harold Road dump, and says the ministry hired its go-to team to fight the Fox Hill fire. Area MP and Minister of Foreign Affairs Fred Mitchell says it will take thousands of dollars to put out the fire and clear the area. Mitchell is warning residents of New Providence who have been using the site for illegal dumping to stop. He said it has come to their attention that some people may have been making money off allowing the dumping to take place.
Some people may have been making money off allowing this dumping to take place. And this private gain has resulted in now the public administration having to expend tens of thousands of dollars to set this right. And so that's another reason why the public suffers as a result of indiscriminate dumping. If we're not on top of it, it's going to start again, because you can see it's still smoldering from, I think it actually burns below the ground.
Fire Chief Walter Evans says the dry season is in full swing, and now more than ever it is important to refrain from indiscriminate dumping.
We need to refrain from indiscriminate dumping. This is the dry season, and we will have several areas that we will have to concentrate on. And because of this, we know that the environment will be affected.
Both ministers say they hope the investigators will get to the bottom of this latest blaze. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Bonmi.